Hi guys, today I thought I would film an updated foundation routine. This was requested, so it is basically the same as my original updated foundation routine, the last foundation routine I had, but it was requested. There is a few things I'll do a little bit differently, so I thought I would film it for you guys. So the first thing, I've cleansed my face and cleansed and toned and moisturised with my Clinique Dramatically Different moisturiser. I do like to leave my moisturiser for 5 minutes to really sink into the skin. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Inglow Under Makeup Base Primer, which just looks like this. This is my favourite Holy Grail primer. Absolutely love this product. I take about a pea-sized amount. It is clear, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Rub it between my fingers. I start on my nose and rub it into the skin. And just spread it all out from there. Just like that. Just till it feels like it's nice and smooth and you don't have excess in one area. Okay, I always like to wipe the excess of that off of my hand. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Estee Lauder Maximum Coverage Double Wear Camouflage Makeup for Body and Face, and I am the number 3 Creamy Vanilla. I don't know how much I'm going to get out of this, so I reckon I'll get enough. So I'll put about that much onto my plate. I have a brand new one sitting here to be open, so I'm hanging out as long as I can. And the next thing I do is I take the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup, and this is in the number 1W1 Bone. It's the lightest shade they have, and I just like to add a pump, maybe a half a pump of this to the foundation, just to lighten it up and give it a bit more of a yellow undertone. So yeah, I've put one in there, and you can see that's a lot runnier than the other. So, I knew I was going to do that. I always like to make sure I close the pump straight away. So first thing is I have those two there, and I mix them together with my fingers. It does shear out the coverage a little bit, but I think it's so worth it because I really find that the normal double wear has a little bit better staying power. So just mix it like that. I have it on my finger. What I have on my finger, I'm just going to... Sorry, I did pick up more there. Okay, and then I'm going to take a foundation brush. Any foundation brush you like. Today I'm going to take the Sedona Lace EB07, and I'm just going to start working that into the skin. I really like using a brush. I go between using my fingers and using a brush all the time. You know, I do find that the brush picks up a lot of the product and soaks up a lot of the product, but I find that it blends better. It looks more natural than when I use just my fingers. So as you can see, it still gives great coverage, maybe just not as solid as the maximum coverage on its own. Again, I take it onto my finger. I just feel like it doesn't put all the product into the brush when you apply it with your finger first. And then work that into the skin. Basically, I start from the nose, work my way out and come around. Start from the nose, work my way out and come around. Then up onto the forehead. Just like that. Don't forget to blend down the neck. Like so. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20. This is just a sample they gave me, which has seriously like lasted me forever. And I don't know if I want to buy it, because to me, if you have a good concealer, I'm not bragging about this one. So I'm just taking a tiny little bit like that, and with my finger, I'm placing that under my eye. A lot of people say that this concealer is good for creasing, and I crease really bad under the eyes, and yes, I'm probably aware it's because I'm a smoker and it's a disgusting habit, and it's a habit I hate, but I do. So I'm trying to quit. I've cut down, but I still smoke. Next I'm going to take is the Estee Lauder Disappear Smoothing Cream Concealer in number 3 medium. Just that tiny amount there. Honestly, you need the smallest amount. And then I'm going to place that under my bags. Not under my bags, my under eye circles, which are really bad. Just like so. Like that. Then I'm going to take the last of this foundation. Well, not the last of it, I'm just going to use my brush this time. And just go over the areas where I feel needs more coverage. But I kind of stipple that a bit more than buff it into the skin. Just because I feel that gives a bit more coverage. But you don't want to, if you can get away with it, and in saying this, you know, I've had plenty of times where I have wanted maximum coverage over my whole face. If you can get away with having maximum coverage on the areas you just need it, please do it. It's so much better to look natural than it is to have it caked on. But in saying that, I completely understand when you're trying to cover acne. And yes, I still have acne, but it's looking so much better than it did that I don't even want to complain about it. Just like that. There we go. Next I'm going to take my MAC Prep and Prime Finishing Powder in Translucent. This is what it looks like. It's nearly all gone. I'm going to buy one of these. I'm still using the one Tabar gave me. And just on a small brush, I'm using the setting brush. And I just take a small bit of that and I set under my eyes. I find that the finishing powder really helps disguise creasing and, what's the word? You know when you know the word, it won't come to your mouth. It's on the tip of my tongue. It really smooths, and it still creases, but it's nowhere near as obvious. Okay, now so I like to leave my foundation to sink into my skin for about 5 minutes, so I'll do that now. Okay, so I normally do my brows while I'm letting my foundation sink in, so that's what I've done. So as we know, I set my foundation with the MAC Prep and Prime under the eyes, and I normally just go back through with a tiny little bit more, and I crease really bad here, because apparently I frown too much. So yeah, I set that there. It really helps. I do find this helps with the creasing. And then my smile lines. Like that. Next I take my MAC Blot Powder I'm in medium dark. Oh my god, I've hit pan. So, and I take that on a flat brush. This is the Furless Pro 4F. So I take my brush in that just like this, and I kind of stipple that onto the skin. Like so. If you love Rimmel Stay Matte powder, you have to try this stuff. This is like basically the same thing, just 100 times better. There you go. That's my updated foundation routine. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Please leave any comments or questions below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.